Welcome to our WANDRD Fernweh review. Fernweh? Pronouncing WANDRD products is always a challenge. This backpack just raised over $500,000 on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. So we're here to tear it apart to let you know if it is worth the hype. I'm Aaron, he's Tab, we're Nomads Nation. This review is split into different parts so you can jump to the section that you're most interested in. And if you totally love backpacks and travel gear, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This guy. Oh my, you're a big boy. Let's talk about the specs of the Fernweh. The gist of this backpack is it's a large backpack that is meant for hiking, adventures, photography, and travel. So if you're a hiking, photographer, traveling, adventuring extraordinaire, this is gonna be right up your alley. Two color options, you got the black and the tan looks so dope. The capacity is 50 liters. So it's a big boy. Yeah, it's bigger than my torso. The weight is 5 pounds, about 2.2 kg. When unpacked, this thing is very loaded right now. It is not 2.2 kg. And the price comes in at about $350 US. Next up, let's talk about the style of this pack. I would say this is one of their sexiest and easily their most futuristic looking packs. Obviously, it's kind of a hiking bag in the way that it's put together, but WANDRD takes it to the next level with this chic external material and these layered compartments. And look at how fucking 2090, this the entire back panel is. This is the hiking backpack of the future. Let's talk about some of the materials. The main exterior material is a weather-resistant ripstop nylon. Huge emphasis on the weather resistance. And the touch of it is really smooth, but kind of in a rubbery sort of a way. And that's because we suspect it's been sprayed with some sort of PU coating, which means that it's gonna be protected against rain, sleet, all the elements. The zippers are all YKK, many of which are PU coated. On the zippers too, WANDRD utilizes their signature loops right here, which I love. Why? Because you can one finger these. Awesome for functionality. And finally, we have this back padding system right here. It utilizes airflow foam, and this is such a huge part of the bag. Let's just go right into it. Comfort. Let's talk about the comfort of the WANDRD Fernweh. I think far and away, the biggest selling point of the WANDRD is the comfort. Ultimately, I got a ton of stuff in here right now, and this entire system, it just feels like a cloud on your back. But the comfort is not just the materials. It's also WANDRD's next level 6-point adjustment system. We've got load adjustments, torso adjustments, chest strap adjustments with the sternum strap, shoulder strap adjustments, and 2 different points for waist strap adjustments. And to take it a step further, this backpack actually comes in 2 different sizes. You can get the small medium or the medium large. I'm 5'8", so I got the small medium. So the different size options, mixed with the 6 different adjustment points, mixed with the next level airflow mesh and materials, makes this pack unbelievably comfortable. And to take it a step further with the comfort, we've got actually 1, 2, 3, 4 handles. And these are some of the foamiest, juiciest side handles ever. It's really squishy, not too dense, just the right amount of comfort, very comfortable. Okay, let's talk about the front of this pack. A few things to cover. We've got the front access compartment, we've got the main access front compartment, some external lash points, and ski holders. Let's talk about them. Since we're here, we'll talk about the ski holders. If you are a hiking enthusiast and you love to have the skis on you, you can go ahead and clip them on right here. And if you don't need them, they simply stow away right there, out of sight, out of mind. To get into the main compartment, you have 4 access points, one of which is located under this compartment right here. Just got the zip right there. Nice chunky YKK zip, super smooth experience. It goes all the way around like so. But we'll cover this when we talk about the middle of the pack. Thing to note is that this main compartment is not a PU coated zipper, but it's designed in a way that it has this flap. So if it does rain, sleet, or snow, it's gonna go drip right off, meaning that everything inside the main compartment will stay dry. Now let's open up the first real pocket, which we'll call this the front pocket. PU coated, YKK zip, super smooth. We just loaded this guy with a jacket because in essence, that's what this pocket is sort of a quick access. It's like, hey, you want your jacket, you need it really fast, unzip, grab it, boom. Put your spare gloves in here, throw some snacks in there. Or use it for a camelback system. And WANDRD has created a system where you can pop your camelback in here, clip it to the top, run it through the back, pop it out the back, and boom, you're hydrated. And to take it a step further, let's say something terrible happened and your camelback were to burst. Everything in here is waterproof, and we've got a nifty little drainage system at the bottom, which means that the water will come out, nothing will get damaged. Really, really smartly crafted there. Aside from that, there's no other pockets in this pocket. Super simple. You just have the camelback area, the regular area. That's it. In my opinion, the front is exactly what it needs to be. Straightforward and simple to use. Okay, next up, let's chat about the middle and strap in, because there's a lot to talk about. Some quick bullet points of what we're gonna cover. We've got a top pocket, internal organization with something called the bucket, daisy clips and external lash points throughout the entire middle section, big ass water bottle container, quick camera access, and some pretty cool hidden features on the bottom. Let's get into it. All right, first up, let's talk about this top pocket. PU coated waterproof zipper and a real simple pocket, no other internal organization. We just got a key holder, a little key leash, and that's it. All right, next up we have the second way to access the main compartment, and that is through the top in an area that is referred to as the bucket. One note about the bucket is it's a little annoying to open due to like the shape. It kind of gets caught on these flaps if they're down. That's why I'm kind of popping them open. Now we call this the bucket because let me take this big ass coat out of here because it's quite literally a bucket. It's just this simple storage system, no other pockets. Just kind of goes down and you put stuff in there. It's sort of like a throw-all bucket type situation. This dude is removable. I'll show you how in a minute. First up, let's talk about this side. We've got this mesh compartment here. Not the smoothest or most elasticy mesh, but it seems quite durable and quite robust. We got a few things in here, like we got a little stove, we got some gas, so you can keep all of your camping gear easily organized in this section. But the good thing about this bucket is that if you ain't feeling the bucket, dog, you can just go ahead and pop it off. So unzip it right here, like this. And now, we've got a little bit cleaner of an experience as to where the main compartment is just one big ol' main compartment. We'll come back to this in just a minute. So reattaching the bucket, you probably won't take the bucket on and off very often. You'll probably just make a decision, I'm a bucket person or I'm a not bucket person. And if you're a bucket person, you'll leave it on, and if you're not, you'll zip it off probably forever. On the left side of this pack, we've got a little daisy chain right here and a few more external straps. These are perfect for any gear that you want to carry on the side of your pack, things such as a sleeping bag, possibly a small tent, tripod, boom, tripod attached. Now, one of the biggest selling points of this pack is how photographer friendly it is. And this feature in particular is going to be a godsend for all of you DSLR enthusiasts out there. PU coated zipper, okay? Go ahead and open it and then boom, quick access to your camera gear. Now I got a big right here. I got the Canon, what is this? The EOS 7D. Actually, I'll show it to you in action. My God, Betty, there's a goat I want to take a photograph of. Do one of these, slide the bag around, camera's out, grabbed it. I mean, that was like 3.5 seconds. I went from hike mode to camera in the hand, ready to shoot in record time. And if you're a photographer, this is going to be one of the biggest selling points of this package, just that quick accessibility. And it's actually really comfortable too. They made the padding extend just nicely here so your shoulder, even when you're in this mode, because you could be carrying a lot of weight when you sling this over and you're kind of holding it here for a few seconds. So it feels really comfy. There's room to move. Some of the other photography camera backpacks that we've tested, it's tight when you try and do this, but this is surprisingly smooth. And one other thing to note about this pocket is there's a little pocket on top here, which has 3 elastic mesh compartments, and these are ideal for your camera batteries as well as your SD cards. Now I know I was thinking of a top and a bottom joke, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, now let's talk about the bottom. 2 surprises. There's a surprise zip where you have 2 compartments. In compartment number 1, I have the rainfly, sold separately. You don't really want to get this part wet. Yeah, I mean, this is going to probably absorb more moisture than you want it to. So you're out hiking, you see a rainstorm's coming, you can pop the rainfly on and make sure your bag's protected. You know, it's a rainfly, you get it. It works. In this hidden pocket, we also got a really nifty feature on the other side.
Looks like a chair.
You look like a chair. And I could tell you what this does, or I could just show you what it does. Connect it to the loop, et voila. We have a sleeping bag perfectly secured at the bottom of the backpack. This is really heavy. Moving on to the right side. Wow, there's so much to cover on this guy. Keep this pretty simple and short. We got the external lashes here and the water bottle compartment. It's a big one. How big? You're like, can it fit a 1 liter Nalgene, Aaron? And I'm like, with room to spare. It's huge. Waterproof materials. And also, if your water bottle does spill or break or anything, we have the same drainage system that we do in the Camelback front compartment. One annoying thing about the water bottle compartment though is that when this strap is secured, you have to unbuckle it to actually access it. It's just something for me to about, okay? We gotta about something. This is a review. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the front to get in the middle. So this is the front access to the main compartment. And you can see what we got going on here. We've got the bucket, and we got the camera cube. One cool thing about the bucket is that you can actually access your bucket from here. So if you wanna grab something, you can do it right from there. So this is what it looks like without the bucket. As you can see, there's not a lot of internal organization in here. Actually, there's like nothing. There's no other little pockets or anything. So you either use the bucket for your clothes and other gear, or you don't, and it just kind of sits on top right here. Now the camera cube. Now, in order to actually take out this camera cube, we gotta access it from the back. So we'll talk about the back and then I'll sort of show you how it works with the camera cube right now. Okay, now let's talk about the back of the WANDRD Fernweh. Let's talk about the back. Some things we'll cover. The back padding, all the different comfort points, a bunch of cool features on the shoulder straps and the waist pad, a hidden passport pocket, and access to the main compartment. First up, the back padding. I mean, you can just see how comfortable it is. I think I've said enough on the comfort of this bag overall, but just know that this is the airflow that is a trekker's dream. Up top here, remember we talked about the Camelback? The straw for the Camelback comes through right there, right there. The shoulder straps, yet again, same sort of comfort and ventilation, and they got some cool features. We have the adjustment points here for extra comfort meant to fit your body. Some lashes that you can clip things onto. A cool little mesh pocket right here. Really nice material. Nice and elasticy. I love elasticy mesh. And then one of the coolest sternum straps I've ever seen. So it's like a clip pull system. So to attach the sternum strap, you just clip, and to disattach, you pull. That's fun. Around the entirety of the bag, we have different lash points, whether it's on the top here or some on the side as well. And then there's 4 handles, 1, 2, 3, 4. I talked about these handles briefly before. Super comfortable, a nice padding in there. Moving on to the waist pad, yet again, talk about redonkulous comfort. Am I right, Tav? Look at that padding right here. I mean, you wanna talk about a mattress. On the flip side, these waist straps have a bunch of cool features. The right waist strap has an elastic pocket, same elasticity and mesh that they're using here, as well as some lash points underneath. And on this side, we have a PU coated zip pocket, super simple, nothing inside there, really no other additional organization, but a really good spot for something like a snack or maybe keep your phone. And it should be noted that technically this waist pad strap thing is removable, but it's a to remove. It's so much of a that we decided not even to remove it. So it's like this Velcro system. It's tough, man. Yeah, that's going nowhere. Let's just move on. Hidden passport wallet's pretty tight. Just under the padding right here, you go ahead and pull that down and kaboom. Good for a passport, good for a wallet. It goes about down to right there. So you might even be able to fit a small notebook if need be. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get into the main compartment. One note, you gotta get these shoulder straps out of the way to get into the main compartment. Chunky YKK zips, and kaboom, we are in. On this side, we have the laptop compartment, pretty basic. We got a 14-inch laptop in there, no problemo. The Velcro strap is secure. And then finally, full view of the camera cube. The camera cube attaches via Velcro attachment points located throughout the entire interior of the bag. We've got some attachment points here, we've got some here, and it's super, super secure. Let's take this camera cube out because I think it's an essential part of understanding this backpack and for photographers getting the most value out of it. Attached very securely with all these Velcro attachment points. And you can see it's coming to life now. That's like that. Perfect. It folds back over into itself. Close that. Close this. We got us a camera cube. The camera cubes are sold separately, and there's a bajillion of them. There's just 8. For your reference, this is the Essential Plus, which is basically like the middle-sized one. These can be carried independently with this little handle, and you can also attach a shoulder strap here as well. One thing that's quite nice about this camera cube is obviously it has all the different compartments and it's completely customizable as you would see with most camera cubes. But this one also has these Velcro straps that just give you that little extra sense of security. Not little, like really, like these things are really strong. And then, of course, it has the side access pocket, which means that it can not only connect to the Fernweh, but it can connect to most WANDRD products, the Provoke, the WANDRD Headset Access Duffel. And then just so you can see the main compartment when there's nothing in here, really basic. Obviously, all these attachment points might get a little annoying if you're not using the camera cube, but more or less, when you got the camera cube in there and you use either the bucket or just the top half of the main compartment for organization, this thing rocks, really does. Okay, let's wind up this monster review by analyzing some pros and cons of the WANDRD Fernweh. Pro number 1, amazing materials, most of which are waterproof and weather resistant. Pro number 2 is going to be that insane, redonkulous next level comfort. And pro number 3 is going to be the functionality of the entire camera system, not just the way that it organizes and carries within the backpack, but the way that you can quickly access it with the quick access side pocket. But let's talk about some of the cons. Con number 1, this thing's expensive. Con number 2 is that I wouldn't say this is a very complicated user experience, but it's definitely not the simplest backpack to use. And con number 3 is that actually this top access can be quite annoying. Like you've got this flap right here and it really pinches on that. You gotta kind of do one of these to get in. It's like a mild nuisance at worst, but something worth noting. So, is this the pack for you? I'm about to tell you. This backpack is a pretty niche product in my opinion, and it's the perfect pack for you if you're looking for that perfect intersection with a backpack that can handle all of your hiking, all of your adventures, and all of your photography gear. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, please use the first link in the description. That link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support our channel. I also think though that this can be used as a general travel pack. I don't think that you're gonna get as much bang for your buck if you're not a photographer, but if you're like hostling through Southeast Asia and you're gonna go motorbiking through Vietnam and then hiking through Thailand and just living like that backpacker lifestyle, and you think this thing looks dope as this could totally be for you. If that totally sounds like you, then you should totally buy this and totally use the first link in the description when you do. Thanks. But on the flip side, I'm gonna talk about who I don't think this bag is for. It's really not gonna be the bag for you if you're looking for a budget backpacking bag. This bad boy is $350 US. If you're just looking for a travel companion to sort of travel the world with you and you don't need all the features and the photography stuff, then you probably don't need to spend $350 US. If that sounds like you, check the links below. I got a few reviews down there for backpacks that are at a better price point and can still help you travel the world. This is also not the pack for you if you're a photographer and you gotta carry a lot of photography gear, but you don't need to hike. You're not out hitting the trails or camping overnight on 14er mountains. If that sounds like you, we've got an alternative, just as premium. Check the links below for that review. And finally, we don't think that this is the pack for you if you are a photographer who hikes, but you're not hiking for like days at a time. You're just going like a one-day sort of a trek. If so, 50 liters is probably going to be overkill for you. And you can probably get away with a smaller backpack. If that sounds like you, check the links below. We got some sweet ass backpacks. Okay guys, thank you so much for sticking around for our WANDRD Fernweh review. If you're still here and you found this review useful, the best way to support the channel is to like, subscribe, comment, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think this guy's overpriced? Is it too complicated of a user experience? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.